In the bustling, sun-drenched village of Obadan lived Adeobai, a woman whose hands were as skilled as her spirit was bright. From a young age, she showed an extraordinary talent for weaving, creating tapestries of such intricate detail and vibrant color that they seemed to capture the very soul of the land. The deep indigo of the night sky, the fiery orange of the Harmattan sun, and the fresh green of the rainy season. She dreamed of opening her own workshop and selling her creations beyond the village market. At the age of 22, she accepted the proposal of Emeka, a seemingly charming man known for his quick wit and smooth promises. The wedding was grand, filled with the joy, music, and feasting typical of their community. Adeobai believed she had married her destiny. The charm soon faded. Emeka, burdened by insecurities and a failure to match Adeobai's ambition, became a vessel of rage. His sweet words turned to bitter demands, and his quick wit was replaced by a quick, brutal temper. The first time he struck her, it was over a late meal. Adeobai felt a searing shame more painful than the blow. In the close-knit compound, privacy was a luxury, and she instinctively hid the bruises with long sleeves and heavy headwraps. When the elders visited, Adeobai would paste a fragile smile onto her face, offering kola nuts and sweet drinks, while Emeka played the role of the devoted husband. When her own mother noticed a certain hollowness in Adeobai's eyes and asked, "My daughter, is your home sweet?" Adeobai, bound by the tradition of silence and the fear of bringing shame upon her family, simply replied, "Mother, the yam pot is full and I lack nothing." The worst beatings came when Adeobai would spend too long in her weaving shed. Emeka saw her talent not as a blessing, but as a threat. "Your hands belong to my kitchen, not to those useless threads." He would snarl, destroying weeks of painstaking work. He was slowly trying to break her most cherished possession, her purpose. The turning point came during the dry season. Adeobai had secretly saved money and purchased specialized dyes from the city, dyes that would make her new line of tapestries magnificent. Emeka found the receipt. In a terrifying rage, he not only beat her worse than ever before, but he also dragged her prize weaving loom, a family heirloom, into the dusty yard and smashed it with a rock. Lying on the floor of her ruined shed, Adeobai did not cry. Instead, she stared at the shattered pieces of wood and thread. In that moment, a profound realization crystallized. She was not protecting her marriage. She was participating in her own destruction. Emeka was not just breaking her body and her belongings, he was breaking the weaver inside her. That night, driven by a cold, resolute clarity, Adeobai packed a small cloth bag. She took only her identity papers, the few copper coins hidden in her hair, and her favorite shuttle, the tool that had started it all. She did not leave a note. She simply walked out of the compound and onto the main road, heading towards the bright lights and anonymity of the capital city. The city was a labyrinth of noise and opportunity. It was hard. She slept on the floor of a distant cousin's cramped room and took any menial job available to eat. But every evening, she worked on her ultimate goal. She found a market stall selling discarded wood and, using the memory of her ancestral loom, built a small, functional one. She started weaving again, this time with a fierce, defiant energy. Her new pieces were different. They were richer, imbued with the strength she had found in her darkest hour. She signed her pieces simply, Adeobai Obadan. A foreign art dealer, drawn to the powerful narrative and unique artistry, discovered her work. Suddenly, Adeobai's tapestries were not just selling, they were celebrated. She opened a small workshop, hired other women, and invested in superior materials. Her name became synonymous with quality and resilient beauty. When news of her success finally filtered back to Obadan, Emeka, now poor and scorned, attempted to find her and claim a share of the wealth. But the woman he found was not the fearful girl he had left behind. Adeobai met him in her workshop, surrounded by the powerful evidence of her thriving career. When he tried to invoke tradition and his rights as a husband, Adeobai, calm and firm, looked him straight in the eye. "Emeka," she said, her voice resonant with authority, "the woman you married died on the day you broke her loom. The woman standing here today is a weaver of new fabric. My hands are needed for purpose, not for pain. I am divorced from your violence and married to my craft." She presented him with formal divorce papers, handled entirely by her lawyers. She had legally chosen her career, her independence, and her peace. Adeobi did not just leave her marriage. She wove a new, unbreakable life for her.